Authors, when you start promoting your book, you'll probably start doing a lot of interviews. That's great. It builds your brand and gets your book out into the world. But how do you ensure that you're giving a great interview, especially if your interviewer has a different set of beliefs than you? If you're wondering how to be a great interview and use those interviews to sell books, then this author spotlight video with special guest Daniel Eisen is for you. Hey there, I'm Julie the Book Broad from Book Launchers. We're your professional self-publishing team helping you write, publish, and promote a nonfiction book that will help you have a huge impact on your readers, and done right, will help you grow your brand, build your business, and make you money. The best part? You, yes, you, keep all rights and royalties. So Daniel wrote a book called God's Phone Number. Instantly talk to God and quickly turn your wishes into fulfilled prayers. This inspirational and comforting prayer guide describes how God speaks to us every day, and we just need to be better listeners, study His Word, and learn to keep the conversations going. Daniel wrote it for anyone that has something they deeply desire and wants a path forward to get it. And one of the things that really stood out for my team at Book Launchers is the incredibly classy and beautiful way he's handled the variety of interviews he's done to promote the book. No matter the subject of your book, this is an extremely valuable skill. So I asked Daniel if he would share some tips with you.
Prior to any interview, I gather energy. I need energy to help me prepare for the interview. I do this by taking multiple trips into the future. How do I do that? In my mind, I imagine that I am doing the interview right now. And I see myself being asked multiple questions, and I see myself beautifully answering all the questions. I also see in the background my family and my loved ones, and even God in the background cheering for me. And as the positive feedback keeps pouring in over me, I get so overwhelmed with joy and ecstasy. And as this feeling flows all around me, I return back into the present moment with my eyes open, and I take a deep breath and I say, that was so good.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do before I shoot videos for you from now on. Currently, I do a ton of research, write notes to prepare, and then I drink a bunch of coffee. As I drink the coffee, I laugh about the YouTube commenters who tell me I drink too much coffee, like this one. Visualizing the success and experience is such a great way to prepare. And what a beautiful description. When I'm gonna go on stage to give a talk, I do visualization exercises to keep the nerves at bay. And I think I'm going to enhance it by using Daniel's approach to really dig into that a bit more. But that was just Daniel's first tip. Let me bring him back.
Prior to any interview, I re-download my book into my conscious mind. Before the interview, I reread my own book. Yes, I reread my own book to download my book back into my conscious mind. And with that, I go to step number 3. After each download, I check to make sure that my download was complete. And I imagine being asked questions. Then I imagine answering the questions. I ask myself, okay, if this was the question, where would you be pulling the answer from in your book? And if I cannot answer that question, I re-download my book back into my conscious mind.
This is incredible advice. Before your interview, reread your book. And he's right. You think you know the material in your book because you wrote it, but let's be real. You've done 1,000 things since you finished writing that book, and you probably can use a refresher. So pick it up and read it. And I love the advice of testing yourself, especially if you have a media kit like we've created. Look at the sample media questions you would have for yourself and answer them. Try to remember the material in your book that you would reference to answer the question. Fantastic advice, Daniel. Now, in addition to the fact that my team has been very impressed with how well he handled the interviews, they also have received feedback from interviewers that noted that even when someone has a totally different belief system, he has been able to provide a great interview and bring questions back to the message of his book. I think you're really going to appreciate this advice.
This question brings to mind 2 things. Number 1, it is not always easy to know the exact belief system of an interviewer. And the interviewer will not always indicate that he or she does not believe in what you're saying. However, to the extent that I can tell that the interviewer has a different belief system, I try to either shift the conversation to the things that we both agree on or ask the interviewer questions that will clarify their beliefs to make it easy for me to find common grounds to discuss. For example, if I'm speaking to someone who does not believe in the Bible, I'll try my best not to use biblical examples, but examples that are common to all people in their daily lives. By talking about things that we share in common, I'm able to build a better rapport with the interviewer and have a great time at the same time. Number two, I keep in mind that though it is possible, it is highly unlikely to convince someone who has a different belief system to change their belief in a single interview. Therefore, if I am challenged, I just take it gracefully and I try to learn more about the interviewer through questioning so that given a second opportunity, I can have a better conversation with the same interviewer or a similar interviewer.
I feel like we should just drop the mic right now. That was profound and really wise advice. So let's recap it. This applies to whether you're talking religion or diets or politics or business philosophies. You are always going to encounter people who do not believe in your message or believe the same things that you do. In fact, that's pretty much what makes the world pretty darn awesome. None of us thinks exactly the same. But what Daniel says is so important. You're not doing the interview to change anyone's mind, and you're not going to do that in a single interview. So focus on finding common ground. We're humans, and there's always things that we can agree on. And if you know that someone disagrees strongly with something that you're saying, or just doesn't believe in what you believe, offer examples that are very neutral. I really love what Daniel's saying about not offering biblical examples if he's talking with someone who doesn't believe in the Bible. What is your underlying message, and what other ways can you communicate it so the other person might relate to it? Okay, next up, I asked him my favorite question. What was the biggest surprise since you became an author? Go ahead, Daniel, tell him.
The best thing that has happened since the launch of my book is the feedback that I get from my readers. Times without number, I have received phone calls about how much difference my book has made in the life of my friends, family members, and even people I don't know. It fills my heart with so much joy to know that I am making a difference in the life of others.
For the record, that has been the most common answer to the question so far. It feels so good to have a positive impact on the lives of people you've never met. And there's something special about that reader connection that happens. Oh, that was cool. Okay, now, at your request, we've asked Daniel what it's like to work with book launchers on his book, and what advice does he have for folks to make the most of our service?
Working with book launchers has been extremely positive for me. There are two main things I like to share regarding my experience. They have staff that have knowledge to answer any questions you may have regarding the book publishing process, and they are very proactive in guiding you to make the right steps to ensure that you come out successful. Number two, they will not mislead you. Trust their process, be engaged, make time to ask questions, and be a part of their process, and they will guide you to success.
All right, let's smash that thumbs up button. And thanks for Daniel for his golden advice today. And if you want to connect with him and buy his book, visit his website at callgodphone.com. I'll put the link in the description down below. He's also on Facebook at Call God Phone as well. Thank you so much, Daniel. That was fantastic advice. Do you have additional tips for giving great media interviews? Let's chat about it in the comments below. And when you comment the day a video is released, you'll be entered to win some sweet #NoBoringBooks swag. We have new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Make sure you catch every one by subscribing to the channel and turning those notifications on. I think it's there. You are a delight to be with. Would you like to hang out for a little bit more? Oh, great. Do you want to meet more of our wonderful authors and hear their advice? This right here is the playlist of our Author Spotlight videos. And if you're good with that and looking for more tips to rock those media interviews, this video on leveraging your media interviews into more book sales, credibility, and business is pretty much a guaranteed good watch. So go ahead, click on what you want to watch. I've got some coffee on to share with you, of course, and I'll see you there.